And one thing that you said that is striking me is how the characters in the book are really just looking for something outside of themselves. So they're looking for something to kind of bring them reassurance. And even though you know, your imagination, which brings me to my next question, you have a very, it seems from this book, The Dream Hunter, The Wishing Tree, and then also Earthlight, you have a very vivid imagination. And where do you think that comes from? Have you always been into kind of fantasy and sci-fi stories?
My mother was very busy and worried, and this was the coming out of the Depression in the 1930s in Ireland and 1940s. So I didn't get a lot of attention from her. I sort of went into my shell with it, but I totally absorbed myself in, well, before I could read, it was building blocks and things and making all sorts of things that were in my imagination fantastic structures. But when I read, I just loved reading. And I read the old classic science fiction like Jules Verne and H.G. Wells, some of those books, and some of the fantasy ones a bit later on. And I think that's how it began anyway, you know. And then more generally, I just wrote stories. I found I was good at writing while I was working, and when computers came along, I fell in love with computers, and I got good with them. I worked on it, and then I got the idea of writing a novel, and then I got the idea of writing a trilogy. A lot of things just come, and I don't know quite where they come from. You know.
Yes, and in the summary that you write about the book, it says, rich in tension and intrigue, The Dream Hunters explores progress, fear, and the limits of understanding. And for me, that was one of my favorite lines in the summary, because I'm big on human behavior, why people make certain decisions, how our environment shapes the decisions that we make. And so I'm really looking forward to sharing this book even more with our readers. So for anyone who's watching this interview, or for anyone who will be watching this interview, this is Kyla from Hidden Gems Literary Emporium, your nonprofit community bookstore, here with the one and only Mr. Bevan Knight, all the way in a different time zone. Wellington, New Zealand or Netherlands?
Sorry?
Are you in New Zealand or is it the Netherlands?
New Zealand. New
Zealand. The author of many books. Right now we're talking about The Dream Hunters. And if you are subscribed to our newsletter, you have seen our ad about The Dream Hunters. And if you've been to our website, you have seen our ad on the homepage and on the Ask the Author page. We're looking forward to, I personally am looking forward to finishing the book. And if it's okay, I would love to leave you a review, Mr. Knight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I think this book would be great for book clubs, because like I said, there's a lot of very interesting themes, and you know, everybody loves a good sci-fi story. Mr. Knight, what's one thing that you would like readers to take away from this story?
There are a lot of people who think that other people should have the same responses to things as they do. And so just by showing a whole range of different people and why they behave the way they do, the backgrounds that they have. They will, if they can take that away, that is very much what I would like, yeah, because I do think that there's a moral purpose in writing, and for me that is to extend a person's awareness of the world, of all possible worlds, of where they might be, and really not to be too certain about things. It's we progress through, not through knowing, but through not knowing. And when we don't know, we're able to discover things. That, of course, is how science developed. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And, being someone who has read the previous two books as well, it's very interesting how we go from, kind of wizardry-ish type with the earlier books, and now we're going into technology. I really want to thank you for your time today. You are a phenomenal writer, phenomenal storyteller, and I'm not going to pressure you to write another book, but because this one was kind of long, so please, can you go sit down? This one was kind of long, so please, take your rest if need be, but you're just really a phenomenal author, so thank you so much for what you do for book lovers like me everywhere. And again, if you're watching this interview, please visit hiddengemsliteraryemporium.com, your nonprofit community bookstore. Go on the homepage and click Order Now, where you see The Dream Hunter by Mr. Bevan Knight. And I think that's it. Any last words from you, Mr. Knight?
Well, just mainly thank you very much. And I do think things continue to go well for you. It looks as though things are you're doing well. And it's lovely that you've got 2 children. You have two children?
3 now. 3 children.
You've got 3. Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I am behind the times.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we first met, we had 1, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the interview. Most appreciated. I just said thanks very much for the interview. Most appreciated.
Oh, well, thank you
for having me.
Thank you, and thank you for your support of our organization.